After a bit of a layoff, Hall of Famer John Elway is back at Edgewood in the American Century Championship. You were here in the early 90s, 27 in a row, then we lost you for a few. What happened?
Well, I know, a job got in the way.
Yeah.
It's like, which I hate happening. So now I don't have to worry about that job anymore. So I was able to get back, which is obviously a thrill to get back here. The weather's perfect, great golf course, and just the setting and everything that's here is just tremendous.
Yeah, it had to be tough watching it on television the last handful of years, knowing that you were a staple at this thing.
It was a little bit, yeah. It was a little bit, but like I said, glad to be back and look forward to hopefully go playing well.
That's the idea.
John, Mike was just mentioning, how many years you played in this thing. I can only imagine the types of memories that you have up here. And we were talking to Brian Bumgardner about this, the whole idea that this place it's like a summer camp for adults. I mean, the amount of friendships that you've built out here. I mean, are there any kind of moments, memories that stick out in your mind as you look back over the years, guys you played with, or just something that stands out?
There's so many, and I think that when we first came here, we were a lot younger, so we'd stay up late, gamble, have a great time, and do that stuff, and then run to the first tee, right? And then it got a little bit more serious after that. But, I think you hit it on the nose. It's so great to see the people, the celebrities that come out here, and all the fans are out here. But the celebrities, you get to see them like once a year, and guys that you played with, and you get caught up with them. So that's one of the special things about this is getting to see them again, and also getting to compete. It's fun to still compete. Not many things I can compete at anymore. So golf's one thing that gets the blood, the juices flowing.
That's the thing. Take us back to the humble beginnings of this tournament, back to 1991, your first year, and to look at what it is now and the millions of dollars raised, and to know this thing has been extended till almost 2030. It's just really grown into something incredible.
It really has. And I think Isuzu was the first sponsor, if I remember right. But American Century, obviously, I think they're their 25th year that they've been the sponsor this year, and so they've been tremendous, and to provide us the opportunity to come out and spend time here, and obviously it's great for them too. But it's just such a great setting, and such great people, and you get to meet a lot of really neat people and do some networking and all that. So it's really a special treat to be out here for a week.
When it comes to some of the athletes here, John, is there anyone that you're looking forward to meet while you're here this week, maybe that you hadn't done? I mean, obviously you get to know a lot of the NFL guys, but maybe some of the other guys in another sport. Is anyone in particular?
Yeah, it'll be fun for me because the young quarterbacks are out here, and I really haven't had a chance to meet them. I met them through the process, and Josh Allen, I'm going to play with him tomorrow, and so we had him into Denver, got to know him through that whole process too, and so get to play with him tomorrow. But that's the thing is, I saw Mahomes on the first tee today and got a chance to talk to him a little bit. So I really haven't had a chance to spend a lot of time with the young guys, and so that's what I kind of look at.
Okay, so how do you think your golf game is going to stack up? Maybe again, I mean, do you feel like you can take on Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes on the golf course? Do you feel like you still got it?
I don't have the distance. I'm sure they're a lot longer than I am, but I've learned that it's not how far it goes, it's how straight it goes.
Hit it straight, patience, the mental game, right?
I get to play a lot more than they get to play right now too, right? So they only play probably 3 or 4 months a year, so I'm a little ahead of them on how much I get to play.
That's a great point. You mentioned these young, talented quarterbacks, and there's so much talent in the league nowadays. Just your thoughts on the league in general and the state of the NFL as we have this new generation of talent.
Yeah, it just keeps getting better and better, and I think that obviously with the new rule changes and things they're doing with the game, trying to make it safer, which I think they've done a heck of a job with, because it's a tough sport, as everybody knows. But I think the league has done a good job trying to make it safer and take the unnecessary big hits out of the game. They're protecting the quarterback. They need the quarterbacks upright, be on TV and play, and so they're protecting them, well enough now. So I think that it just keeps getting better and better. These athletes keep getting better and better. They get bigger and stronger, and they're amazing athletes to watch. And so I'm still a big fan of the NFL.
Yeah, totally.
John, I want to ask you a question, Denver Broncos related. So we're based in Reno, covered the University of Nevada. Malik Reed was a guy that was just such an amazing young man to cover.
Virgil too came through,
and Virgil Green as well. I mean, I don't know if you have any memories of those guys, and
Brandon Marshall,
I think recently, of course, with Malik, a guy that came in undrafted and has made a name for himself in the NFL, and just the kind of kid he is.
I really have. And the names that we talked about, it really, that came from Reno. I mean, they were big contributors to the Broncos for a long time. I think Malik Reed, obviously he wasn't there last year, but he came in as an undrafted free agent, really made a spot for himself, could rush the passer, and really a solid guy. And so, a lot of good talent coming out of Reno that's helped us in Denver a lot.
I think a couple of those guys with some Super Bowl rings as well.
That's right.
Anything that has to happen in South Lake Tahoe outside of Edgewood when you come? You still hitting the tables?
Yeah, we do that. We just try to get to bed a little bit earlier than we used to. We always try to do that. We've had a couple good nights the last couple nights, and so we've had a couple good dealers that keep breaking. So as long as they do that, then we'll be in the casino.
All right. So you a blackjack guy? You a craps guy? You like to spin the wheel a little bit? What's your go-to?
I like to spend kind of all of it, but mainly we'll play blackjack, and I think that crafts, if it gets going, is always fun. As long as you can get a good roll, you know, if you can, don't throw that number only on the first roll.
Yeah, don't even mention it.
Don't
Don't even talk about it. And I tell you what, if things don't go well, then you know that you're at least contributing to the South Lake Tahoe community and the economy here.
And that's what we're here for.
That's exactly what we're here for. So incredible having you here, John. I mean, just did you miss it?
You know, I didn't miss getting hit. I think you always miss the camaraderie in the locker room and all that stuff.
Got you.
Oh, you're talking about miss here.
Well, I
did miss
miss
it.
sure,
I think you're
whatever,
talking
you
about
know?
football. Yeah, I always miss football, but yeah, I did miss it here. It was good to get caught up with everybody and good talking with you guys.
Thanks, John.
We really
bet.
appreciate you hanging out.
You bet.
All right, John Elway on NSN.